Hello.
Previously on Basically.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, cool. Hey tubies, good morning to everyone. It is Thursday, St. Patrick's Day. I am just arriving at my job's parking lot. I'm freaking early because I'm trying to get here early so that I can study. I told you guys I have to freaking pay for parking. It's dark in here, I can't put these on. And it's a pain in the ass that I have to freaking pay for parking. But anyway, I just came in real quick to say hey. I plan to edit videos Friday and Saturday. During the week I just try to focus on studying. So yeah, I plan to edit. I hope everyone is doing great. I'm sorry I've been slowing up with my comments and stuff like that, but you guys know my studying comes first. All right, you guys, I gotta get my butt upstairs, pay for this parking, and I will talk to you guys later. Hey you guys, so I'm on my way home. You can't see me right now, but you can kind of see the road. I'm on my second well no, this is my third highway of today. Well, this is my third highway to my route home, and as you can see, it's still bright. Usually it is dark when I'm coming home, but now since it's staying, time has changed and it's staying lighter longer, it is still daylight, and I can actually get home before it's pitch black outside. I'm gonna turn the camera around in a second. I'm actually getting home today at a decent hour. I'm gonna get home before 6 o'clock, which is like unheard of. I never get home before 6 o'clock, but today I'm gonna get home before 6 o'clock. And like I said, it's still daytime, so having the daylight is a great thing. I wanted to do like a kind of share another story time, and I figured, well, I'm driving. I think I have about another 30 minutes before I arrive home. I know that seems so crazy, right? I know, it's not that long, like about 45 minutes if there's like no traffic. So far there's no traffic, but all right, so I'm gonna share a story time with you guys about the time that this old ass man in the train station basically tried to molest me. And I really did not know what to do, and I didn't handle it like now as a grown-up and been through all the things I've been through. Like how I thought I would handle it is not the way I handled it. So I'm gonna share a story. All right, so I was about 17 maybe. I was about 17, and I was working at I want to say I was working at Blockbuster at the time. My hours were really crazy because I was a manager, so I used to have to stay until the store was closed, and then I used to have to make sure all the money was accounted for, and then I had to stay so that my employees could clean the store, and then I had to stay and put the alarm code. So sometimes I would not leave that store until like 1 o'clock in the morning, right? Excuse me. So anyway, one night, and I didn't have a car, so basically I was taking public transportation. The store that I worked at was in Manhattan, and at the time I was living in the Bronx. So I, young girl from Brooklyn, have brothers, cousins, all of them are crazy. Like, I know about the hood, so I was very well aware of like my surroundings, always checking, making sure nobody's following me. Always had like some sort of weapon on me, to protect myself if something happened and all this type of shit. But then again, I always think about it, even now, like I carry certain things on me, but in the case of emergency, like the shit that I carry is usually in my purse. So how I'm gonna get to it if it's like somebody just run up on you, right? Okay, so I'm in the train station, right? And there's nobody there, you guys. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. There's like nobody in the train station. And I see like this older gentleman. He's like an Indian guy, right? He looks so like old and peaceful, and he was waiting for the train. So I was like, well, let me go sit. I didn't sit right next to him. I think the seats were like 4 people to a seat. So I sat like 2 seats away from him. But basically I was like, well, I'd rather be next to somebody than sitting alone or standing alone. So I basically sat next to him, and I was just like, hello. But he didn't say shit to me. He basically like smiled, and he was like nodding. So I was like, all right, maybe he don't speak English. Like, I don't know. So I think I was reading something. So I pulled out like a magazine or something, and I'm reading it. And then this motherfucker, the train, I think the train had like another 20 minutes before the train was about to come. So he don't pull out nothing, I'm sorry. He comes and sits directly next to me, like in the seat next to me. So I'm like, okay, like I kind of smiled, but I didn't say anything. So now in my brain, my intuition is like, all right, is this motherfucker gonna try to do something? Like, why is he sitting next to me? You know what I mean? Like, I could have took him. He was like an old guy, but I don't know. I didn't see him as a threat at the time, right? So I kind of just smiled, and I was like, all right, he's old. I don't know. He might be a little crazy. Whatever. I'm not going to get up. I just kind of smiled, but I was like, just be ready to, like, pop this motherfucker in the face if he tries something, right? So I see a train in the distance. I'm like, oh, yes, thank God. About to come. So I get up, right? And I go to stand closer to the platform, and the fucking train was an express. It didn't even stop, right? So I'm like, fuck. So when I go to sit down, after I realized that wasn't our train, I sit where he was sitting originally, which was 2 seats in between us, right? This motherfucker gets up and fucking sits next to me again. So then I go, oh, I'm sorry, sir. Is there a reason why you keep sitting next to me? And he's not saying anything. He's just like nodding and smiling, but he's not saying anything, right? So I'm like, do I get up and walk away and fucking go stand by myself because this motherfucker's a creep, or he's gonna try something, this fucking 70, 80-year-old guy? But for whatever reason, and I don't even understand why, I can't tell you why I didn't move. I don't know. Like, again, in my mind, I was probably thinking like he wasn't a threat, and what was like the worst he could do to me. Yeah. So like a good 5 minutes passed, and he's kind of like he was asking me, was I Indian, right? So he spoke English, obviously. I don't know why the fuck he wasn't answering my questions when I was like speaking to him or whatever. But anyway, so he's like, oh, are you Indian? So I, pardon my accent, if that was like a bad accent. I go, no, I'm not Indian. I have Indian blood in my family, but I'm not Indian. And he goes, oh, because you look very Indian or whatever. And I kind of laugh, and I was like, oh yeah, I've heard that before or whatever. And then he goes, because I'm Indian. And I go, okay, yeah, nice. Like, I didn't really know what to say, and he just like seemed fucking weird. Okay, so he asked me something else. Oh yeah, he said, well, how old are you? And I lied. Like, I was like 17, but I think I said I was 20. I don't know, like, I wanted to appear older. Like, I didn't want to seem like some young some young girl who fucking was dumb as shit and didn't know what was going on. So I said 20, and he was like, ooh, 20. Oh yeah, I remember what it was like to be 20. And I was like, so then he's like, where are you coming from? So I said, I'm coming from work. And he's like, oh, work, where you work at? So I don't remember what I said, but I didn't tell him where I worked at. And I was like, oh, why are you asking me all these questions? And then this motherfucker goes to grab my fucking thigh. He grabs my first he touched my thigh, like he put his hand on my thigh before he grabbed it. Now y'all, the person that I am today would have probably fucking punched this motherfucker in the face, kicked him in the balls. I don't know. But at 17, I didn't react that way. I kind of was like, why are you touching my leg? Like that sort of thing. And like moving his hand away instead of fucking hitting him or running. I didn't. I just fucking sat there, you know? I was just like in such shock. So then he's like, oh my God, you're so juicy. Like, y'all, this fucking old guy was such a pervert, right? Then he goes to grab my leg, like he puts like the mean fucking grip on my thigh. And I'm like, sir, what are you doing? Like, take your hands off. And then I'm talking in that tone now, because now I'm pissed. Like, why are you gripping my fucking thigh? Okay? Like, you're out of your fucking mind. Then that's when my Brooklyn shit kicked in, like, Crystal, wake the fuck up. Like, this fucking guy is a pervert, and he's grabbing your fucking leg. He's gonna fucking grab your titty next. When I said that, I think I startled him, because basically the whole time I was just so calm and, like, not really, you know, giving him any reason to believe like I was tough or I was gonna defend myself. But when he fucking gripped my thigh, I was like, sir, what are you doing? Take your hands off my leg. And I kind of like pushed his leg away, and then he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, you're sorry? Like, what are you doing? I'm gonna call the police. And right when I said I'm gonna call the police, another guy came, like a black guy came. And he walks over. I'm always getting saved by somebody, y'all. I swear, I have guardians like watching over me. And he like comes into the train station. He walks right over, because he must have heard me yelling. And he was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. This freaking pervert like just tried to grab my leg, right? So the guy, oh my God, I felt so bad though, because like, remember y'all, this guy was like 70, 80 years old. The fucking black guy grabbed this old man, and the old man by the fucking shirt. He grabs him and he goes, what the fuck are you doing? Like, are you touching this young girl? What the fuck are you doing? Like, I'll fuck you up. I don't know what happened after that, because the train came and I got on the fucking train and I was out. But this motherfucker basically, I don't know if he like sat in the train station like harassing girls or what, but again, why the fucking car smell like it's burning? I could have been a victim of something so horrible, and like my instincts did not kick in right away to like fucking hit this guy or run away, you know, like I was naive or whatever. But it took a minute for my instincts to kick in and yell and fucking push this fucking pervert's arm away, you know. Like, again, he was 70, 80 years old, but that shit didn't mean nothing, because he was in a fucking train station grabbing off fucking girls' legs. Like, I swear, you just gotta be aware of your surroundings. So that's my story, my crazy fucking story. I have so many fucking stories, like, just coming up, you know, growing up in the hood. I just booked an appointment today, me and one of my girlfriends. We're gonna be going to Muse. I'm sure Muse is everywhere. It's like a place where you go and you paint, like there's themes and shit. So they're doing the Brooklyn Bridge at the end of the month. So y'all know your girl's from the Brook, and I want to paint the Brooklyn Bridge. So they do wine and like little appetizers and stuff. So I'm gonna try to film. I think my friend is bringing her daughter, so I don't know how much of them I will film, you know, because I don't want to put her daughter on YouTube. If she says it's okay, then I might, but if not, then I'm not going to be putting her child, you know, in my YouTube vlogs for the world to see. So safe either. Look at fucking Jared, the damn Subways guy that fucking was molesting kids and shit. Y'all heard he got his ass beat. He got his ass beat in jail. They fucking gave him a bloody nose. I heard he had cracked ribs. Them fucking people in jail, they don't like pedophiles. So you a fucking pedophile, you're gonna get it. Oh. So anyway, that was my story for today. I still got about 15 more minutes to get home, or should I say before I'm home. And I just never get home this early, so I'm going to probably do some things that I don't normally do. I want to do the YouTubers tag. I was tagged to do that. Maybe I'll try to get that done. But I also want to take advantage of this extra time to study. And I have to cook dinner as well. So by the time hubby gets home, I want dinner to be done. So I don't know if I'll vlog anymore today, but nice talking to you guys. And I will see you. Y'all know this is not common for me. This damn vlogging while driving. But I'm not even looking at the fucking camera. So, yeah, I will talk to you guys at another time. I hope everyone had a great day. I heard we're getting fucking 5 to 8 inches of snow on Sunday. Like, what the? I can't. I thought the snow was over, but apparently it's not. Oh, I see a fucking cool ass plane in the sky, but I'm not gonna show y'all. Bye. All right, you guys. So
Next
I'm in
time
the
on
house,
Being Supreme.
and I came home to a surprise. I just been ordering a bunch of stuff from Amazon. I might have said it in some previous vlogs. I don't know. I'll be vlogging, but it take me a while to edit, so I forget